My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. This is the only channel dedicated to UFC fight picks and DraftKings lineups run by MMA insiders and professional fighters. Every week, I join Dan Kramer and Nick Newell, two longtime professional fighters that have fought at the highest levels on the planet, as well as Jacob Lyons, a skinny kid from Indiana. So join us every single week for our full fight card breakdowns, our individual fight card breakdowns, our betting guide, and our DraftKings lineups. Crazy travel week for me, crazy travel week for Dan. It was a mess. Internet was a mess. We couldn't get in touch with each other. Show goes on. I did the video from my family's basement with no internet connection. So I did it locally. Then I had to drive to an internet connection, get it uploaded. The whole thing was a mess, but we still got most of our content out. Not all of it, but most of our content got out. And we did really, really well. So I'm going to do a quick recap. It's Monday instead of Sunday. So I'm not going to do the normal full-blown go through all the fights and talk about them. I'm going to talk about what we did well, what we didn't do well, and who wins the DraftKings League. If you don't know, we have a free DraftKings League. We give money away to the winner literally out of the goodness of our heart for no reason whatsoever. So we're going to go through our bets. That's where we did really well. Then we'll hit up the DraftKings League that we do for you, find out who wins, and get them their money. So we'll talk about my bets, then Dan's. I'll start this off with, we are up as a channel, Dan and I, we are up over 13 units. Over 13 units, which means we made a fortune, is what that means. Dan did better than I did. I'm up about a unit and a half. Dan's up 12 plus units, and we'll talk through that now. So right out of the gate, I nailed Billy Quarantillo at plus 170. So I almost doubled my money there. Billy looked amazing. Absolutely walked through that dude. I specifically said in the breakdown, Billy should be the favorite. He should absolutely be the favorite. So that worked out really well. I almost doubled my money. I'm really, really happy with that. I blew it on the Montserrat Caneo. What I hate, though, is anytime you have a 30-second something knockout, 14-second knockout, like when Conor knocked out Jose Aldo, it sucks because, honestly, that tells me nothing. It tells me there's a ton of power, and it tells me somebody can get knocked out, but it's not really an accurate depiction of a full-blown fight. So it sucks. You know, I wish it was a little bit longer so I could be more comfortable with the loss or with the win. I was really high on Montserrat's wrestling, but you know, we knew Lemos was a beast. I knew she was a beast. I caveated my bet here with don't follow me, right? I'm doing a flyer here. That's why it's plus 400. I know a couple of you came back to the comments like, you idiot. Dude, I'm an idiot. The winner was a 10-1 favorite. She was supposed to win. I took a chance on a really, really tough, nasty wrestler, hoping that the style would match up well. Didn't work out. But it's okay because we're up a bunch of money on the night anyway. Rodriguez Parsons over 1.5 rounds. Didn't hit that one either. Parsons is super tough. I knew he couldn't hang standing, but he was super tough. I thought this would go a little longer, especially Rodriguez is typically a slow starter. Didn't go that way, so that's gone. But Vieira Stoltzfus over 1.5 rounds, crushed it. 3rd round submission, crushed that. Was very confident that Vieira wasn't going to go out there guns blazing because he does have cardio issues. He was very vocal about his cardio issues, which made me a little nervous, but I figured he would take his time, slow his own pace down, and make that happen, which is exactly what he did. We hit that bet. Miesha Tate wins inside the distance, decision, no action, hit that bet. And basically that's an insurance bet. So you get some decent odds there, and basically she either wins by submission or, any sort of stoppage. And if it goes to a decision, you get your money back. So I hit that. So I hit Billy Quarantillo for plus 170, Vieira Stoltzfus over 1/3 or over 1.5 rounds for minus 130, almost even money. Miesha Tate inside the distance, almost even money. And that makes up for the couple of losses here. Let's look at Danny Boy. Danny Boy crushed it. Sergey Morozov plus 130, hit it. Billy Quarantillo plus 145. He was a little later to the party than I was, hit it. Miesha Tate minus 145, hit it. He missed the Thiago Moises 5.5. And basically the 5.5 bet is you just buy some points on the scorecard. So we thought that was going to be, we all had Islam winning, but we thought Thiago was going to be able to make this an uglier fight, end up in a decision, maybe steal a round. So you buy some points on the judges' scorecards, and even if you lose the fight, you win your bet. That didn't come through for Dan, but what absolutely did was Billy Quarantillo by stoppage in the third round at plus 1,200. Danny Boy is up a bunch of money in his UFC bets. And then his Bellator bets, if you watched and paid attention last week, A, we gave you the Bellator breakdown, exactly what you're seeing on screen. This is what we showed in the betting video. But B, we did a short. Dan did a selfie video telling all of you to hammer the Cody Law under on rounds. Dan max bet this. So if you don't know what that is, you know, some sports books will cap how much money you can actually bet on a fight, especially with the props, because, you know, they don't want to be overexposed. Dan saw what these odds were, and he max bet it. He max bet it, crushed it, hit that, and then he hit one of these flyer parlays. He hit the Law, Eblin, Feraldo, Samoa parlay at plus 130. He almost hit that insane parlay right above it, except Matt Mitrione didn't win. But either way, Dan is up so much money this week. I know a bunch of you jumped on that Cody Law, Theodore Makuka fight, the under. I know a bunch of you hit that. I hope you all got crazy rich, and we are so happy that we were able to get that to you, because at the end of the day, there really is a lot of money to be made in Bellator. Those odds, you know, the odds makers aren't as sharp over there. UFC has a lot of exposure, and we do really well with UFC, but Dan, like, puts an absolute beating on the Bellator bookmakers when he gets some of these American top team guys in weird odd fights. So either way, that's how we did betting wise. We're up a bunch of money. We've had a lot of questions this week. What's a unit? What does a unit mean? Basically, a unit is any amount of money. So let's say you have $500. I'm willing to spend $500 total on the night. A unit, divide that by 5. So a unit is, let's say, you know, 1/5 of that, it's $100. That's why if you look here on Dan's parlay, he put a quarter of a unit. So that would be $25 on that fight. But on the another one, if we scroll up, he put a full unit on Miesha Tate. So he put $100 on that. It's literally whatever amount of money you're comfortable betting. And the reason we talk in units is it's easy to translate. And for a lot of people, a unit is $10. For some people, it's $1,000. But when we talk in units, you can get a comfort level of how much we're willing to put on there. A full unit is much more confident than a quarter unit. So that's what a unit is. Hopefully that sort of helps clarify so you guys can follow along. We're going to do our betting breakdowns every single week. We have a giant Cody Sandhagen versus the return of TJ Dillashaw this week. There's probably going to be a bunch of bets there as well. So stay tuned for that. And now let's take a look and see who won our DraftKings League. For those of you who don't know, we have a free DraftKings League. The league is free. It costs you $0 to join, $0 to play. And we give away money every single week. If you're a subscriber and you win this league, I Venmo you or Cash App, PayPal, whatever you want, $15. If you're a member, I send $30. So click the join button below. It's just good math. Either way, we have Andres F1. Andres F1 won the league with 641 points, which is rock solid. 6-0 lineup. You had Miesha Tate for 105, Gamrot for 96, Morozov for 105, Rodriguez for 108. You had Vieira for 84 and Billy Quarantillo for 141. I had Quarantillo in mind. I had Gamrot in mind. I had Miesha Tate in mind. Vieira, I switched at the last minute for Figueiredo. Vieira just had me so nervous in his interviews talking about he's uncomfortable fighting. He needs to work on the mental component and his cardio. So I was like, oh boy, what's he going to do? So I went with Figueiredo, which was stupid, but you didn't make that mistake. Solid lineup. So Andres, reach out, go to WeWantPicks.com. At the bottom of the page, there's a contact us. Reach out. Let me know who you are. Let me know how you want to get paid, and I will send you money. Click the join button so I send you 30 instead of 15. It's just a smart business move. Anybody else, if you want to join the league, WeWantPicks.com, big DraftKings button. Click on it. Join the league. We also have Monkey Knife Fights, betting, promotions for all of them, free money everywhere. Bounce around the website, click on things, sign up, let us know after you do, and we reward you with free money. Let's take a look at second place. Say word. Another 5-1. Stoltzfus, your big issue. You went against Vieira there. You had Makhachev at 116, Morozov 105, Misha Tate, Lemos 127. That one still hurts. Billy Quarantillo was the big winner of the night. We'll take a look at third place. Third place, 6-0. That sucks, right? You went 6-0, a perfect lineup as far as wins and losses are concerned, and you didn't win any money. You had Morozov, Makhachev, Vieira, Quarantillo, Gordon, and Nascimento. Gordon seems to be your issue here. You get a couple more points. You grab somebody else that scored 100 points instead of 80, and all of a sudden you're flying high. So, guys, that was our very short breakdown. Crazy travel week. You can see the video's pretty again. So we're back on schedule. Everything's back to normal. We're doing our full card breakdown for UFC Vegas 32 tomorrow night, which is Tuesday night, and everything else about our schedule is completely normal. Don't forget that this weekend's fights start early as hell. This is not a normal 10 p.m. Eastern card. It's 7 p.m. or something stupid, something incredibly annoying, which is just too early and it's hard to watch, especially if you have kids. Either way, check out all our videos this week. Subscribe, like, comment. We appreciate the support. Thank you for dealing with us with our internet issues last week. And Andres, reach out for your free money. Everybody else, become a member, support the channel. We'll see you tomorrow.